Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly reading for the week of December 27th to January 2nd. So I'm picking up on quite a few different energies here. One of them was, I see some of you might be like working on a project, but it's almost as if you're working in silence. You're working kind of behind closed doors. Some of you may even just it's like you're not really disclosing to anybody or telling anyone really what you're working on or what you're up to, but you could be working on like a pretty big project actually. And the words that I kept hearing was sneaking up on you. So it's almost like since no one really knows what you're working on, they don't know what to expect, but then you come out with like this amazing idea or this amazing project or something kind of gets revealed and it almost like sneaks up on people. It's almost like it comes out of left field for others. Because it feels like you're a bit clandestine, like you're working on things in this clandestine way, like very secretive and just not really very private. And then they were also showing me how, and I would be interested to see if the Devil card comes up here in your tarot cards. I'm not sure if it will, but I was picking up on that energy a bit. And the Devil card is, these attachments that we have to things that tend to interfere with our growth. So this could be people, it could be an attachment to, like a habit or a pattern or a cycle, something from the past. And what I was kind of seeing here is, Leo, is like as you're working, you may sometimes... I'm kind of seeing thoughts or memories from maybe experiences with people from your past that are almost feels intrusive. Like I was feeling this intrusive energy. So maybe some of you are feeling like the reason you need to kind of set some time for yourself or be a bit more private is because if people knew about what you were working on, they would be very intrusive about it, or they would include their opinions, and that would kind of almost like mess up the flow or the vibe that you have going on. Because I'm kind of seeing that it's like as you're working, you're mentally kind of trying to get these people or these attachments, or it's almost like these energetic cords that tend to keep reattaching. It could also be, I'm also seeing some of you having to overcome programming that was there from the past. Like, for example, if you're doing something more creative and you maybe had parents that didn't believe in creative ideas kind of thing, like they weren't very encouraging. And so it's almost like those experiences, those memories or those emotions are interfering with you feeling fully confident in your work or feeling like the flow. It's like you're trying to balance both of them. It's like you're believing in yourself, you're putting in the work, but then same time, sometimes these thoughts come in your mind of like something your dad said or your mom said when you were younger. That could prove to be a bit intrusive and interfere with the work. Because I kept hearing the word intrusive, and I kept feeling that feeling of intrusive and you needing to just carve out space and time for yourself so that energy doesn't get in. So that's kind of like the energy that I'm seeing here. Let's go into your theme for the week for Leo. What's the theme for Leo this week? Joy. Joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. So, Leo, I feel as though this is the place that you are either trying to create from. Some of you, I feel like, are creating from this place. You're tuning in or tapping into what brings you joy, what makes you happy. And it's like you're giving yourself permission. You're giving yourself permission to create from this place, and that you're releasing any kinds of restrictions or programming or ideas that are not yours. So I'm seeing that some of you are recognizing that maybe some of the teachings from your past or from your, I keep seeing like parents or, like family, just like, this upbringing, like these things that we're taught as we're growing up, that may not be yours. They may not be authentic to you. It's almost like a projection of experiences from the people that we're learning it from. And so it's like you're learning to kind of dissect what's yours and what's not, like what you really believe in, or what is something that you were taught to believe. And you're almost able to separate the two at this point. And by doing that, you're really able to give yourself permission to now create from a place of joy, because you're able to connect with what that is. It's no longer being clouded or covered up by what other people's definition of joy is. I hope that makes sense. Let's keep going. Let's get into your tarot cards here. But I feel like there's this strong energy of giving yourself permission to do what it is that you really love to do, and freeing yourself from what maybe others would think of it. Okay, let's get into your weekly reading here. December 27th to January 2nd for Leo. Beginning of the week. King of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you know, this kind of feels like you're changing the way things, it almost kind of feels like there is a shift in power, is what I hear. Power dynamics within your own life, like internally almost. Wow, this is coming in really strongly. Okay, so this is almost as if releasing yourself from something or somebody that has had power over you. And that's the devil energy. You know, that's that devil energy of what has attached to us that continues to have a certain amount of power over us. The King of Pentacles often shows up as someone who is, I keep hearing it's like a lineage, you know, it is something that is passed down. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they're showing me now, yeah, lineage, something that is being passed down. So something is changing in the way that it's like a pattern, a generational pattern is changing. Wow. Okay. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. King of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Yeah. There's something, I really strongly feel family. I really strongly feel family. I feel like group dynamics, or like the mentality of a group or of a community. Three of Cups often is actually the card of celebration, but honestly, this feels more of like a collective, like a group of people or a community of people. And something about a pattern that runs within a community or within like a group dynamic is changing, or you're changing, you're coming out of some kind of it's like you're pulling yourself out of some collective thinking or pattern, especially when it comes to work. When it comes to work and almost like the meaning behind work, or it's almost like the priorities or the values. Your priorities and values are different from the priorities and values of maybe the group or the collective that you're from. And that is helping you to connect with your true authentic joy, like what really makes you happy versus what you thought you were supposed to need in order to be happy is like being redefined for you. Wow, super specific. Okay. Both of these. Okay. So the Hermit with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so the Five of Pentacles is the card of loss. It's the card of feeling left out in the cold. It's the card of being unsupported, feeling like you don't belong to something. And the Hermit card is spiritual it's about turning within. It's like going within and looking for those answers and the deeper meaning behind something. So I feel like there's some patterns here that you might be ending for yourself. Like you're changing the path for yourself. You're finding out that you're freeing yourself from that cage that just doesn't fit. You don't belong. It's like you might feel like you don't belong there, or you're feeling unsupported there, or you're not really getting the full extent of what you need from there. And you're being honest with yourself. You are tuning into your inner truth, and you're giving yourself permission to live life on your terms. And that is bringing in that joy for you. Okay, middle of the week for Leo for December 27th to January 2nd. Oh, Seven of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So again, this is about strategy. This is about doing things in a very particular way where you come out, where it's like benefiting you. But I'm not saying this in like a selfish way. I'm saying this in a way of self-protection and self-preservation, where you are trying to hold on to all of the things that matter to you or that are dear for you. And sometimes it's almost like you need to be a little bit more discerning or private in order for you to protect what is most valuable to you. And I'm hearing intellectual property. So maybe protecting your ideas, protecting your creations, your your ideas, pretty much, your concepts. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Swords for Leo, December 27th to January 2nd. The Moon, very interesting. So the Moon card is about, I'm hearing the word mystery for you, Leo. The Moon card is about, it could be your being mysterious. Maybe some of you are seeing you that way, Leo, is that you're being very mysterious and not really like telling anyone anything. I don't know why that keeps coming up for me, but that's just what I keep hearing. The Moon card is also about tuning into our shadow side. Sometimes like shadow in the sense of like, what do we keep stored in our subconscious that continues to affect us on in our everyday, but we're not aware of it. And so a lot of those things could be starting to come to the surface, and you're seeing them, you're having clarity around them with the Moon card. You're kind of reflecting. I feel like you're almost in a reflective mode while you're working at the same time. It's like there's a lot of internal, emotional, bigger changes in terms of your development spiritually that are happening at the same time of you working on something. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is new opportunities, but it's also a spark of energy in order for you to go in the direction that you want to go in. So I almost kind of sense that some of you may feel like you have this idea that you really want to cultivate and nurture, and you have a lot of inspiration and energy to put towards it. And as you're kind of cultivating it, working on it, putting your energy into it, it's almost like bringing up a lot of things that might have been hidden. It's like triggering something else, like something deeper within you. But it's also giving you clarity. It's also giving you the energy to the healing that's kind of going on, is giving you the energy to push forward and move forward. And then we also have the Empress card here, which is really gorgeous. The Empress card is the card of abundance. It's the card of being able to cultivate and create abundance for ourselves based off of what we've kind of put our energy into. Let me pick out another one. Clarify the abundance card here. Page of Pentacles. It's almost as if there's something that you've been holding out for a long time. It's like a wish or something that you've been wanting for a long time. With that Page of Pentacles, it's like a dream, or something that you may have hidden in the back of your mind for a long time, but it could be something you've tucked away, which is what that Moon card is. So some of you could be discovering some hidden desires or passions, or like uncovering something, a truth about something you're really wanting, but maybe you've had to kind of suppress it. Something that has the potential for a lot of abundance and a lot of growth here. Oops. I feel like I always drop cards in your readings, Leo. Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. My goodness. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, but then we also have the Sun card here. There's it's like you're stepping into your power in the sense of you taking your power back. With this Nine of Swords, this is kind of what I was picking up on when it came to kind of some generational pattern or some collective thinking. Because with the Nine of Swords, it's almost like maybe for some of you, you couldn't be authentic or be who you really are or do the things that you really wanted to do out of fear of judgment or out of fear of being criticized or ostracized from the group that we're in or where we come from. And so it could have really caused this Nine of Swords energy of, you know, it's like this inner unrest, this inner turmoil. Like, if I want to be what I want to be, then I get rejected by them. But if I do what they want, then I essentially reject myself. So what do I do? And with the Sun card here, though, the Sun card is a really beautiful card because it is the card of happiness and joy. But the Sun card I always associate with the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is the center for our identity. It's the center of our joy or happiness, and we feel the sun, the energy of that Sun card when we are where we belong, when we are with people who are like us, who are like-minded, or we give ourselves the opportunity to be where we truly feel like we fit. So I feel like there is a call to taking your power back. That's what you're doing right now, Leo. You are giving yourself permission to take your power back. You are doing it courageously. And I feel as though you know that, you know, it's kind of breaking away maybe from tradition, but I also feel as though it's something that is reinvigorating a sense of joy and connection with yourself, as well as you're pulling yourself out of maybe a dynamic that just was not fitting with you or not resonating with you. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords and the Sun for Leo. Yeah, see, Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, I like to call as the healed warrior. Oh my goodness, look at this, the World. Okay, so the Nine of Wands is the card of having gone through some really difficult lessons, and you're walking forward, you're embracing a new path, but it's coming with a lot of those like scars from where you've been. But it's not a bad thing. It's just that it's you're going into it with a lot of wisdom, a lot of experiences. But what these experiences have taught you are like what matters to you, what is important to you, what do you value, what is worth investing in and what is not worth investing in. So the Nine of Wands comes, this person is going into this new path with a lot of those lessons. It's a wisdom that you take with you, wisdom based off of a lot of struggle. And the World card is the end of a major cycle, a major chapter in our life. A lot of times that chapter spans over the span of like decades or like a decade, 1 decade, several decades, years, months. It doesn't, it's not really time specific, but it symbolizes a big chapter in our life where we had to learn a significant lesson that was part of our soul contract. And so I feel like for you, Leo, that is starting to come into focus here for you as you are embarking on a new project that you're working on. So I feel as though some of you are embracing or learning to, it's like you could have gotten an idea to create something. And that idea and you putting energy towards that is setting off a chain reaction almost of you needing to heal some blockage that would normally stand in the way of you producing or creating this I'm hearing masterpiece. So your true authentic expression requires you to release something that is intrusive and holding you back from the past or some kind of programming. It's very big and very profound. It's hard to like sum up into a 30-minute reading, but it's like a big change. It's a new chapter in your life, but it's coming with some significant move of you somehow in some form taking your power back from something. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Cups, which is emotional contentment and happiness and joy and having everything that you desire. And it's almost like you're choosing to choose yourself. You're choosing yourself. And because you're choosing yourself, there's joy and that contentment and happiness coming in. The 9 of Cups is also the energy. I'm sorry, that's my chair and it's very noisy. The 9 of Cups that also comes in with this permission to be happy, like on your own terms without needing others' permission to be happy about your life. And, there's this independence to you that regardless of whether other people approve of me or not, or are happy with me or not, I'm happy in myself. I'm happy with my work. I'm happy with the life I've created for myself. And that's all I need. So there's a contentment. There's like a detachment from that needing the approval of anybody. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's this up-leveling of that confidence and empowerment in you. Okay, so let's go into guidance card for Leo for the week of December 27th to January 2nd. Guidance card for Leo, December 27th to January 2nd. Encouragement. And I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to keep going on this path, this new path here, because there may be some times where we start to doubt ourselves or we're not sure. But I really like this card because it's a reassuring card. It's Spirit encouraging you to keep going on this path and that you will get stronger and stronger and stronger as you keep going. And to believe in yourself. So I really love this card. I like that encouragement. I think that that's for you, Leo. That's Spirit encouraging you to keep going on the path that you're in and that you're doing a great job. Even if sometimes we feel like we're alone on it, like we're the only ones kind of doing this, those are the times where we start to doubt ourselves because we're the only one doing it, right? We think that, are we doing something wrong or is there something else I should be doing? So when we don't follow the collective or we don't follow the norm, it's like it's easy to start to doubt ourselves. So you can use that encouragement card as that you're on the right path, and it's okay if you feel like you're the only one on it, because as long as you're doing what is authentic to you or is in alignment with you, you just kind of like put that one foot in front of the other. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Guidance for Leo for the week of December 27th to January 2nd. Beautiful. Goddess, honor your divine feminine energy, see your inner beauty, love every part of you, which is really, really beautiful because the divine feminine energy is not just about, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine within us, so it's not gender specific. The divine feminine energy is our ability to create and manifest our life based off of our inner gifts, our talents, our passions. It's being able to stoke that like inner fire and be able to really tune into that. And that's also the moon card here too. Sometimes the moon card shows up as that divine feminine energy. It's our inspiration, like tuning into that higher consciousness, almost is what I'm seeing. And then see your inner beauty. So knowing that you're valuable and you're loved, no matter what other people may perceive you as, is that you are worthy and that you're whole on the inside. So being able to, I feel like there's that empowerment again that's coming through and that confidence that's coming through, and tapping into that is giving you that courage to keep walking forward and to do what is right for you, even if it goes against what somebody else may think. And then we also have abundance here, which is really beautiful here. So there's a lot of abundance coming in for you. Enjoy the beauty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. So there's beautiful reassurance there that there's gifts that are coming in for you. And I really like that because that 5 of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune and you have the World card, it's a lot of these patterns are being changed, reversed, and kind of shifting out of your reality. And I really feel like there's some beautiful new paths that you're about to walk down that's going to be a little bit different from what you're used to, but almost like refreshing is what I'm hearing. It's going to be refreshing. Okay, Leo, that is your reading for this week. If it resonated, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you for next week. Bye, Leo.